TV soap news and spoilers today. The twists and turns of the ongoing drama involving Mark, Kat, and Chad have reached a fever pitch. The shocking revelation that Abigail DiMera is in fact Kat Greene, not Chad's long-lost wife, has left Chad reeling in betrayal. The world he thought he knew has been shattered, and he must now confront the harsh truth that his beloved Abigail is still missing, while the scheming Kat has taken her place. The emotional fallout of this discovery is set to unravel in ways no one could have imagined. But what will happen to Kat and Mark now that their lies have been exposed? In this tangled web of deceit, betrayal, and survival, Kat is preparing to come clean, though not entirely out of guilt. The situation has escalated beyond her control, and she knows she must explain herself before everything falls apart. Kat will reveal that her actions were not driven solely by ambition or malice, but by desperation. Desperation to save her mother, Katharina Miliunas. This is the bombshell that will shake everyone to their core. Katharina, who has been presumed dead for years, is actually still alive and held captive by none other than Clyde. For Kat, this changes everything. She's been fighting to rescue her mother from Clyde's clutches, which is why she allowed herself to get pulled into this terrible plan. The gravity of Kat's confession is not lost on Chad, but no amount of explanations can dull the sting of betrayal. The woman he believed was his wife, the person who shared his home, his life, his most intimate moments, is nothing more than an imposter. For Chad, this isn't just a lie, it's a violation of everything he holds dear. And while Kat's motives may evoke some sympathy, Chad's heart is hardened by the weight of this revelation. He cannot simply accept what is happening. His mind is clouded with anger, and his soul burns with the pain of having loved a woman who wasn't Abigail, but a schemer pretending to be her. How could he have been so blind? How could he have been so easily fooled? Meanwhile, Mark finds himself in the eye of this storm, and his role in the deception is about to come to light. Having been knocked unconscious after his attempt to shoot Chad was thwarted by Steve, Mark will soon wake up and face a reckoning. He, too, has explanations to offer, though none that will absolve him of guilt. Mark's involvement in the scheme wasn't born of loyalty to Kat, but rather his own self-interest. He's been playing a dangerous game, and now that the truth is unraveling, he will be forced to confront the consequences of his actions. But before he can even think about redemption, Mark must first explain his part in this twisted plot. When he wakes, will he confess everything, or will he try to spin the narrative once again, hoping to salvage whatever remains of his dignity? But the plot thickens even further. As Mark prepares to face the fallout, Steve's attention is drawn elsewhere. Steve, ever the investigator, has become fixated on the revelation that Katharina is still alive. For years he believed that John was responsible for her death, a fact that has haunted him for a long time. Now, with the knowledge that Katharina is out there somewhere, alive but in danger, Steve's determination is reignited. He is desperate to find out how Katharina survived and why everyone was led to believe she had died. He won't rest until he uncovers the full truth. Steve is known for his tenacity, and once he has a lead, there's no stopping him. The puzzle pieces are starting to fall into place, and he suspects that Clyde has been pulling the strings behind Katharina's disappearance all along. But why would Clyde have kidnapped Katharina? What does he gain from keeping her hidden for so long? These are the questions that keep Steve up at night, and he won't stop until he gets answers. As he digs deeper, he knows that finding Katharina is not just about solving a mystery. It's about reuniting a family torn apart by lies, deception, and betrayal. Steve understands that the stakes are higher than ever. If he can find Katharina and bring her back to her children, it could change everything. But before that happens, we must wait and see how Kat and Mark will react now that they are cornered. With Chad's fury boiling over, and Steve hot on the trail of the truth, the walls are closing in on them fast. Kat, having played her cards close to her chest for so long, now finds herself exposed, vulnerable, and out of options. Mark, too, knows that the clock is ticking, and the lies that once protected him are now crumbling around him. As the noose tightens, will they try to run? Or will they finally come clean about everything they've done? The tension in the air is palpable. Every conversation, every confrontation carries the weight of years of lies, secrets, and hidden agendas. And while Chad, Steve, and the others may want justice, Kat and Mark will stop at nothing to protect their own survival. Desperation is palpable. Every conversation, every confrontation carries the weight of years of lies, secrets, and hidden agendas. And while Chad, Steve, and the others may want justice, Kat and Mark will stop at nothing to protect their own survival. Desperation breeds danger, and with Clyde still lurking in the background, the stakes have never been higher. As this explosive storyline unfolds, viewers are left on the edge of their seats. Will Chad be able to forgive the woman who betrayed him so deeply? Will Steve uncover the truth about Katharina and help reunite her with her children? And most importantly, will Kat and Mark find a way out of the mess they've created, or will their actions finally catch up with them? Our TV channel Soap News and Spoilers is the place for those who want to know how the Salem story goes, as well as great Days of Our Lives updates and news. So subscribe to our channel to get what you want. Bye-bye.